Yeah. 혼자 발에 박상 나를 비우는 시간 Not feeling anymore now 쉬면 가득한 저리 속 한가운데 어제 내게 미안하단 말 오늘은 나도 널 몰라줄 때가 많으니까 나를 밀고 밀쳐니 나를 밀고 밀쳐니 Yo 이제 난 별의만 담아 난론처럼 늘어나 세상을 덮어 얇은 막이 되어 Calm on my neck 날 가로막는 널 이 꿈속 안에서 길 용기가 필요해 난 그에 걸맞는 너 Grow up Yo grow up 빛의 별에 가는 color bar 해야지 burnout 변한 짧은 꿈이 원래 가장 선명한 법이야 Let me tell you why I have been looking for my job lately Cause I don't dream baby 기기가 땡기기만 하지 내 생각을 보내 무시다가 지나치면 바로 엘라가게 All of my problem 너와 멀어지게 땡기기다
What's up?
Hey, I got your notification.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
Did you get the email I sent you?
Yeah, apparently Baja's having a 20th anniversary of some kind.
Well, I mean, it's summer, so, and I don't know if you knew, but at least in this timeline, Baja Blast turned like 20 years old. So, which, ironically enough, not old enough to legally drink, but still old enough to definitely party.
Which is ironic because there is hard Baja that exists, which
Yeah,
is
I know. It's
funny.
weird. So,
Still, huh? 20 years old, eh?
yeah, Baja Blast is 20 years old as of this year.
Huh. Well, congrats. Very
Yeah.
interesting. They doing anything big to celebrate it?
Well, they're releasing a lot of brand new products to celebrate the whole event. You could always just do an episode.
You just wanted to set this cold open up for a pun,
Yes, I
huh?
did that for the pun.
I don't know. I don't want it to be as long as the previous Baja special and nobody watched
No.
that one.
Why not keep it simple this time? Instead of doing a bunch of sketches and in-between stuff, because, everybody else is busy and can't be bothered to, record a simple podcast or a segment with us, why don't you just review the products as sort of a big compilation sort of thing?
Huh. Simple yet informative. I might throw a few gags in there, but not a bad idea,
Yeah.
actually.
No problem.
Thanks, Crash.
Oh, by the way, while you're here, do you want to take a listen to the new theme song?
Wait, I have a new theme song?
Yeah, here. Check it. Yeah, check it out. See what you think.
Oh, God. Huh. Neat. You know, I got to thinking recently, and, it's very interesting because Baja Blast has definitely been the successful smash hit in terms of Mountain Dew for quite some time. Everybody loves Baja Blast, and if you don't like Baja Blast, well, you're a chump. So, it's one of those weird things that, I don't know many people that don't like Baja Blast, but it's one of Mountain Dew's signature pride and joys, which started off as a original collaboration between Taco Bell and Mountain Dew, which is funny because Yum Brands owns Taco Bell, and then PepsiCo is part of Yum Brands in a way, so it kind of, yeah. But aside from that, point is, Baja Blast has had a very interesting and successful and wild and crazy couple years. We've had brand new flavors come out, ranging anywhere from mango flavored Baja, pineapple flavored Baja, tropical punch flavored Baja, and even the mystery flavor Baja, such as Baja Deep Dive. Which, yes, I am still researching this to this day. But for their 20th anniversary of Baja Blast, it definitely was something that was a celebration, to say the least. Why, they had a whole promotion that you could actually partake in at the time, where you could go onto a website, submit your email, and then check in every day and scan a can of Baja Blast or a bottle or even a fountain drink at Taco Bell, and then have a chance to earn some coins. And if you had enough coins, you actually could redeem some prizes. Some of those prizes included an ice mold, which we're going to showcase later in the video. And believe it or not, we actually wound up using the coins on one other thing. I also wound up using some of those coins to get some nifty, fiery mango Doritos Baja socks. They're very comfy on my feet, not gonna lie. But the designs actually look pretty cool, as you could tell. So, which is quite nice. And you can tell I'm also filming this in a dual screen action because, well, hello there. So, but yeah, it actually looks pretty comfy. Not gonna lie, as you guys can see. So, and honestly, they feel great. The design's pretty cool. Kind of wish that, Mountain Dew Doritos kind of had like a sock subscription, because I would totally subscribe to one of those things. Make it like maybe $5 a month. I'd do that. But the celebration didn't stop there. All throughout the 20th Bajaversary celebration, they released brand new Baja flavors. Taco Bell released a Baja Gelato, which has been very heavily requested by the fans for quite some time after it ran in some test markets and did very well. It also released 2 brand new Baja flavors, which we'll be covering, and a companion Doritos flavor, Baja Fiery Mango, the first of its kind. And Taco Bell even had a very interesting drop. See, they decided that one of the prizes for the 20th Bajaversary was going to be a Baja Blast Stanley Cup. Now, the Stanley Cup, they're cups, okay? They're not bad cups. They're the high quality, very expensive cups. But at the end of the day, they're just cups. I'm perfectly content with, other types of cups. Me personally. But this was the one Stanley Cup that I wanted. The one that I wanted. And not only did we not get it from the Bajaversary drop, but Taco Bell also gave away the Stanley Cup, and with it, a year's worth of Baja Blast for free. That would have been amazing. It would have fueled so many adventures all year long. It would have been amazing. But, c'est la vie. So, on this 20th Bajaversary special, we're keeping it simple this time around. Minus a few jokes and gags that we've thrown in for good measure. We're going to be taste testing all the different Baja-related things that came out for the 20th Bajaversary. That includes the gelato, that includes the Doritos, and that even includes the 2 brand new Baja flavors that came out. And if that wasn't enough, yes, we're even going to make sure that the ice cubes worked as well too. So, kick back, relax, grab a cold Baja, and enjoy the 20th Bajaversary special. and stay cool, because there's plenty in this episode. And now we move on to the Doritos taste test. That's right. Believe it or not, as part of this special, and as part of a interesting, bold move, they decided to create the first ever Baja flavored Doritos. Somehow, the mad geniuses from Mountain Dew, PepsiCo, and Frito-Lay and Doritos decided, you know, it'd be interesting and funny. Why don't we take Baja mango jam, or Baja mango, if you will, one of the Baja mango flavors, and we add a little heat to it and slap it on a Dorito. It's a little weird, but we haven't tried them yet. But this has an interesting story. Apparently, while going on the hunt for this particular flavor of Doritos, this one was not so easy to find, as apparently only one CVS location in the middle of downtown carried this flavor in stock, at least in this timeline. And so with that, we had to journey all the way over there and back just to get this, which set us back about like $6. So tax, if you're looking at tax, is like $7. So is it worth it? Well, we're going to try them right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Baja Fiery Mango. Yeah, very interesting. I like the design of the bag, by the way. It's very cool looking. It's very summer-esque, very Shark Week themed, if you will. So, but it's pretty interesting. It's supposed to just be a spicy volcanic mango. So, and you can tell because, well, $6.29 a bag. They didn't sell them in the small bags, by the way. They only sold these things, ironically enough, in just the big bags. Would have been nice if they sold in a small bag, but I guess not. So, with that in mind, we're going to try them. So, I can already smell, just from getting into the bag a little bit, that sort of like sweet heat flavor. But I don't smell the mango. Hopefully it will taste like mango when we're done. But who knows? So, but we're still going to try it and see how it turns out. So, let's get into it. This is Doritos Baja Fiery Mango. You know, that's a very unique flavor. Not in a bad way, but it's a very standout flavor. Because you get a little bit of that mango flavor right away. And then you get a little bit of that heat starting to build up right after you taste the mango. But going down, you still get that heat, that level of fiery, like, intense, like, heat and flavor. It's kind of spicy, actually. Like, a lot spicier than I realized. Yeah, no, it's a lot spicier than we realized. It doesn't say any sort of specific peppers or spices on the ingredients bag. It just says fiery. So, but it's actually pretty good. Like, I welcome that sort of like sweet mango flavor that hits you right away first. Then you get that heat, and then as it's going down, you still get that level of like, you know, tangy sort of fiery heat that's still there. It's honestly making me sweat a little bit. I'm surprised. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. Kind of lower on the salt scale too, which is nice. But yeah, these are pretty tasty. These would really go great with like some jalapeno dip or some sour cream. Or maybe even some guac. If you got some guac, this would be perfect for that. Yeah. What can I say? It's not bad at all. So, and it's got that recognizable Doritos like coating and color on it. But it definitely packs a bit of a sweat. Not gonna lie. So, it's honestly pretty good. Plus, you still have a chance to collect coins and get exclusive Baja gear as well, too. So, I like this. This is actually really good. I wish this was kind of like a permanent flavor. But, you know, for limited time stuff, it's not bad. Well, that does it for this segment. See you guys for the next one. And finally, after all this time, after all the talk, after how interesting this product has been, after all the testing, and after all the popularity, and all those lucky Californians that got to have it, you know, before any of us could, man, I swear, in this timeline, if you're not born and raised in California with a silver spoon in your mouth, you don't get nothing. But that's a statement for and a conversation for another day. We finally got to try. And we finally got to get the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato. It's here. And we have it. Now, again, this thing, despite the history, is very, very limited. So, if you want one, you would have had to gone to the Taco Bell app, be a rewards member, order it for pickup, and pay the $4 to get this tiny little size. Now, Crash has told me that he's already tried it. He says it tastes just like Baja Blast, which is good. That's what I want it to taste like. He says that it's pretty solid for a gelato, which is great. But is this thing worth the hype? Let's find out. Now, also keep in mind too that this thing and its history is very interesting. So, remember, this thing was in test markets for quite some time. Only in some Taco Bell locations in California, and I think in one other place. People have been wanting this thing for quite some time. People thought that this would be tasty and amazing. And, after much rigorous testing, people finally get to enjoy it. So with that in mind, let us finally try the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato. Oh, it's definitely green. It's definitely got that teal green color for sure. Like, you could see it even just from the cup and container itself. Minus the dripping, of course. Let's try it. Yeah. You know what? That's pretty good. It tastes just like Baja Blast. It really, really does. Like, I'm pretty surprised about that. Minus the little bit we just spilled. It's pretty good. I feel like a Baja Blast, just plain ice cream, would have been easier to do. I feel like for the fact that this was $4 on the Taco Bell app for this small of a size is definitely a negative. I feel like if I'm paying $4, almost $5, with tax, for some gelato, I should get a little more. Just saying. But does that taste like Baja Blast? Yeah, absolutely. In fact, one of the main ingredients is Baja Blast flavored caffeine-free syrup. So, they pretty much took the syrup from, like, Baja Blast Zero Sugar, essentially, and just put it in gelato. Which, fine. It's a direct correlation. It works. It's tasty. I really do like that. And for a little birthday treat to celebrate 20 years of Baja, that's pretty good. Would I have liked maybe a bit more? Sure. Would I have liked it in more of an actual, like, bigger container? Or as maybe like a cone or something? Sure. But is it worth it? I'm gonna be honest. For this small of an amount, no. For the experience, yes. To try it, yes. But the amount, no. The quantity definitely needs to be a little bit better. Just saying. Now, I feel like for as sweet as it is, and trust me, regular Baja is pretty sweet as it is too, it could have been a little sweeter. Which is weird, because I know Crash is very much the zero sugar type of guy, and he's always on the hunt for, like, zero sugar things. But, like, really speaking, this only would have worked if they had added more to it. Like, not more in terms of other flavors, more in terms of, like, potency. Does that make sense? And it's kind of like, there needed to be just a bit more of that Baja taste. So, but it's pretty good. So, and I'm glad that Crash managed to procure it. So, I'm glad he grabbed it. So, man, 20 years of Baja. It's not bad for a gelato. Not bad at all. So, but the fact that this was in, like, development for quite some time, like this, means that, like, they really had to redefine the formula quite a bit for this. And that's fine, but for something straightforward as gelato, you would have think that this would have came out sooner. But I guess that's what their release schedule was like. I don't know. So, anyhow, that does it for this segment. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another taste test. And this has been something that I've been excited to actually try for well over 2 years. And this thing has been talked about for so long and is in such extremely limited quantities, and has been something that I have mentioned on social media more than once that I wish I could try for a cheat day or something special, and the day has finally come. And for proper context, for those who may obviously not watch all my videos, and trust me, there's a lot of videos I've posted, but it's pretty obvious by the view count that not everybody watches my content, that I'm a big Mountain Dew guy. I am very much a big Mountain Dew guy. I have been a big Mountain Dew guy for many years. And Mountain Dew is something that, you know, has weirdly coexisted in my life since I was a kid. And, you know, Baja Blast in particular is one of my all-time ride or die flavors, right? That's just it, right? Like, if I even gave just a proper, like, tier list of all the different Mountain Dew flavors in general, we'd be here all day. But if I'm giving a very short, very brief summary, number 1 would be Baja, number 2 would be Major Melon, number 3 would obviously be Spark, number 4 would probably be Pitch Black, and number 5 would just be regular zero sugar or diet. So, I love Pitch Black, but Baja Blast has always been my ride or die. So, when I found out that Taco Bell was teaming up with Mountain Dew to do a Baja Blast Gelato, I was like, oh, that sounds great. I would love to try that. Turns out it's only available in certain test markets. And by test markets, they basically mean California. And by California, they mean like one location. And that was it. And I think one location outside of California, somewhere in the middle of some Midwest state or some hodunk state, I don't know, look. But they tested it. And people really liked it. So they finally announced during the first ever Live Más Live that Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato would actually come nationwide to Taco Bell locations this year. Now, I love Mountain Dew. So much so to the point that another version of me from another adjacent timeline actually exists. You know him. His name is Dewey. He's our resident Mountain Dew guy. And, you know, granted, he was just sort of plopped here. We don't know exactly how he got here. We're still figuring that out. But we're working on sending him back home to his original timeline. So, space is weird. I think out of traveling different galaxies and universes and stuff like that, I've learned that space is weird. Also, I mean, we really are. But that's aside from the point. I've been trying to get my hands on this for quite some time. And ladies and gentlemen, I finally have it. Taco Bell's Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato. That's right. Hold on, I know the brightness of my camera is not doing any favors. But you can see it. Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato. Now, first off, Taco Bell, I gotta tell you, this tiny little bit for only like $4? What the heck? It would have been nice if there was a bit more, but I get it. It's fine. So, with that in mind, I'm going to finally try it. Now, the spoon is supposed to be in here too, so. But that's what the top of it looks like, by the way. If you do plan on indulging in this, 14 grams of carbs, 14 grams of sugar, and 13 additional grams of sugar, adding it up to about 27 grams of sugar. So, with that in mind, aha, the spoon is included. Okay, so the spoon is actually under the lid. I am surprised. There's the little spoon, little purple lid. Peeling it back now. Oh man, okay. This thing definitely has a green Baja tint. Like, they did not miss on the teal. This is straight up just teal food coloring. But we're finally going to try it. We're going to try one tiny little spoonful and see how it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, 2 years in the making, Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato. Yeah. So, I'm going to tell you right now, that does taste like Baja. Oh yeah, it does taste, in fact, like Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It tastes pretty good. In fact, the ingredients even say that they use a Mountain Dew Baja Blast flavored caffeine-free syrup. And then the rest is just gelato ingredients. It's good. I like it. It's tasty. I wish it came in a bigger size. I wish you could just buy it all year round. I wish that I guess for it being a gelato, I wish it had a little bit of a stronger taste. More on the like ice cream gelato side than the Baja side. But for what it is, yeah, it tastes like Mountain Dew Baja Blast. It's pretty good. I like that. Now, would I go through all the hoops and shenanigans to, buy it again? Not at that price, no. If you had given me, like, a bigger, like, thing of it, instead of, again, $4 for this tiny little thing, then yeah, I probably would go out of my way a bit more. But for what that is, that's pretty good. It's worth it. If you can get your hands on one for a very, very, very limited time, you have to be a Taco Bell Rewards member. You have to have the Taco Bell app, and you have to order it on the Taco Bell app for pickup. Or drive-thru, I guess. It's a limit 4 per order per person. So, get on it while you can, because they only stock about less than 300 of these things per store. Just saying. Anyhow, Dewey will have his review
of the Baja Blast Gelato during his Baja Blast special he's working on soon. But until then, see you around. Oh yeah, Baja Blast special still coming soon, either September or October. Ciao.
Welcome back. It's now the moment you've been waiting for. The cream of the crop. The ultimate finale. The Mountain Dew taste tests. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got this year's 2 brand new Bajas. Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, Baja Iguana Lemonade, and Mountain Dew, Baja Point Break Punch. Now, interestingly enough, here's how it's going to go down. We're going to try it, as we usually do, in our Mountain Dew glass. And we're going to try a little bit as is, and then a little bit on ice. Short, sweet, and to the point. I kind of want to try, believe it or not, the Iguana Lemonade one first. Because here's why. Crash was the most excited about this one. Because here's the thing. There's not a lot of fruits that he likes. He likes the very, typical sort of not American fruits. So think like mango, guava, papaya, stuff you see on actual islands and stuff. Not stuff that's just grown, in the country. Or stuff that you don't see too often. So, mango lemonade sounds amazing. So, we're going to try this one first. Oh, and one more thing. There it is. Give it a sniff. Ooh. The mango is strong on this one. Although, I smell a little lemonade. Not a lot, but enough of it regardless. Well, let's give it a very small sip and see how it is. I really like that. I really, really, really like that. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. OG Baja is always going to be my number one. My boo. But, for what this is, on ice, would absolutely be refreshing on a hot summer's day. This would go well if you were, say, out traveling or exploring outside of the country and getting, say, some street fair, going to a food truck festival, going to maybe, other cities and towns that you've never been to before. This would definitely be an outdoor drink, 100%. I could see myself, if they made a mango lemonade flavor all year round, I would enjoy it. Now, obviously, Crash can't enjoy this stuff too much because sugar and carbs. But if they made a zero sugar version of this, you could probably guess the meme that he's going to put right there. Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Okay. That one's actually really good. But we gotta try it on ice. Now again, we're obviously doing small amounts. Also, the color is really nice. I like the color on that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Just as I theorized, 100%. That would go well, just iced. That is... It's right below Baja. Honestly, just a 9 out of 10. Slam dunk. But we got one more to try. Mountain Dew Baja Point Break Punch. Trying to be careful. It's an expensive mic. That was not a pleasant smell right off the bat. That... Tropical Punch. Okay, from the labeling, I'm suspecting pineapple cherry and raspberry. Yet, this one's simple. Just mango lemonade. Pineapple, cherry, and I think raspberry. It just... It's a little too much. But let's try a sip. I'm gonna be honest. This one's a little confusing. Because I taste the pineapple as the top layer, but then the raspberry kind of sneaks in. And then the cherry's like kind of at the bottom. And it's like, I don't even think it's like a regular cherry. I think it's a tart cherry. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I'm gonna be honest. I think this one is just alright. Maybe it's better iced. Hang on. Yeah, it's got It's got a very, like, reddish, almost kind of like, you know the color of, like, cranberry juice? Where it's like that red, but, like, kind of darkish red, or like a, again, like, say, just cherry juice. It's like that. Let's try it. Maybe, hang on. It's a little better cold. I will say that. I think now that I got used to that initial sort of concoction, it's better. It's definitely better. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I think because of the combination of everything, plus, again, the fact that you have to realize this also contains the Mountain Dew formula. So Mountain Dew already is a lime citrus, like, kind of soda. So I think mango lemonade works better with lime because it's a perfect blend of that combination. Whereas this is almost like technically 5 different, like, notes of flavor in one. 5 and 1. So it's alright. It's better cold, but it's alright. But it threw me through a loop, and that's the one negative I have. I feel like the formula needed to be tweaked a little more on that one for it to really pop. So, but overall, I like the mango lemonade one a lot. I like the tropical punch one. Alright. And you know what? That's fine with me. I'll still drink these. I will still enjoy these. So, but that does it. That's the taste test. And we hope you all enjoyed this special Baja themed episode. Because at this point, it's just going to become a yearly thing. Although I didn't expect this episode to be just as long, if not possibly longer, than the previous Baja special. So, but that's just because of the fact that this year is the 20th anniversary, so kind of have to make that exception. But that about does it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for watching all the segments. And here's hoping to another year and many more years of Baja to come. Stay cool out there. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I totally forgot, but yes, we did test the ice cubes. They do in fact have the Baja Blast and the Mountain Dew logo on them, which is quite nice because 1 or 2 ice cubes fit perfectly almost in our Mountain Dew glass. But yeah, they actually do work really well. Not bad for an ice mold overall, and perfect for those hot summer days. Until next time, Baja, happy birthday. Happy 20th, and here's to many more years of Baja to come.